Drew Lock was listed as the starter for their Week 2 Thursday preseason game against the Chicago Bears. Unfortunately for Drew Lock, though, a positive COVID test is going to cost him that opportunity. Certainly going to be the practices up until that game. Not sure how many practices after that he will miss as well. But this coming at potentially the worst time for Drew Lock, considering that Week 3 of the preseason, who knows how many guys the Seahawks are going to be willing to play a week out actually from the NFL year beginning. A tough blow as Drew Lock, Donnie, looked like he might be moving to being the favorite to start Week 1 for the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, it is a shame there because when you're taking overall and you're seeing what actually is taking place is the simple fact is Drew Lock is trying to be the starter. This is the dress rehearsal, Kevin, coming in for this week. So if you're trying to line up how this guy's going to win the job, you got to be with the ones, right? Offensive, defensive, everything has to be on the same page. But for Drew Lock to miss 5 days, which is what it's probably going to be, including that preseason game number 2, that looks like it might be a disaster.
The interesting spot right now with this battle here is if COVID is going to cost, if it's going to cost Drew Lock the chance to start Week 1, they say, listen, you were there, but we got to give it to Geno now. Is Drew Lock in a spot where he now has to wait on Geno Smith falling apart? Is that where we are in this race? How quickly can Drew Lock take this job back? Because I've long held the belief that Drew Lock should be the starter for this football team. Younger, higher potential ceiling, maybe he pops. And if Drew Lock is able to splash this year for you, at worst, you have a trade asset. If he's really bad, then you're bad. No problem. No harm, no foul. Draft a new quarterback. And Geno Smith can be there to pick up the pieces. If you want Geno Smith to be your career-long backup quarterback, just sits there and mentors people, no problem. That's fine. And you can make that work if you're the Seattle Seahawks ultimately. But I don't see a world in where starting Geno for 8 games, having to then transfer to Drew Lock, is really going to be worth it for this football team right now. Either way, whether it's Lock or Geno Smith, I do not think you're looking at a world of movement, though, when we talk about win total, make the playoffs, anything like that for the Seattle Seahawks. Where I think this quarterback battle might impact your decisions in the futures market a little bit more, it might be a DK Metcalf season-long number. It might be a Tyler Lockett season-long number. In which case, too, I think I would rather have Drew Lock. Again, I think that ceiling is a little bit higher. Though I will say, DK Metcalf hauled in a gang of touchdowns in the games that he did play with Geno Smith. So perhaps if you go to the over-under for season-long touchdown market, that could make a little more sense.